So before this video gets started, if you recently signed up to be an Uber driver, but you forgot to use a referral code to get your sign-up bonus or guarantee of up to $1,000, don't worry. It's not too late. If you signed up with no referral code, you can now retroactively apply a referral code to your account. I'm gonna leave all the instructions down below, and you could literally be getting $1,000 guaranteed if you use the instructions down below. It takes like 30 seconds. It's 7 steps. You can do it right in your Uber driver app. There's a way to do it now. It's super simple. So yeah, if you forgot to use a referral code, don't worry, we got you. Just use the instructions down below, and now let's get on to the video. Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to the Rideshare Hub. My name's Dylan. Thank you so much for coming by. The coffee sponsor for today's video is Phil's Coffee. Just kidding, I don't have a coffee sponsor. Apparently somebody thought that I wasn't joking, but no, I don't have big coffee companies sponsoring my videos. I'm just highly addicted. Guys, I'm making this video because there is, it's coming close to the end of the time where Uber and Lyft said that they were gonna shut down, and I wanted to make this video because it's a very, I thought, very pertinent topic. Is Uber and Lyft bluffing with shutting down their operations in California? By the way, I just want to clear up because I have been getting this question a lot. Is food delivery shutting down? So currently, right now, it's just rideshare, just Uber and Lyft. Rides are shutting down, and then Uber Eats, Postmates, DoorDash, all those things will still be open for now. I honestly don't know why there's a difference, but there is, and at this time, food delivery is still going to be open. But in the future, that could be different. So I will update you guys on that. But just want to clear the air on that. Now, with that being said, is Uber and Lyft bluffing? And what should the state do about it? So, in my opinion, if you don't know what's going on right now, basically, Uber and Lyft want to keep all of their drivers independent contractors. And even though there's a new law that states that they really can't, and even though a judge has ordered them to make all their employees, or all their drivers employees, they still don't want to. And so this is why they're shutting down. And they're kind of going to use this leverage, in my opinion. I think they're just doing this simply for leverage. What is leverage? Well, I don't know the whole definition of leverage, but basically, they introduced a prop called Prop 22, which will allow the public to vote on whether or not drivers should be independent contractors or employees. And in my opinion, I think they actually will shut down their services just so that the public can say, yes, we want Uber and Lyft back in California, so that everyone's gonna vote for them to bring Uber and Lyft back on Uber and Lyft's terms. That's what I think they're doing. But are they bluffing? Are they actually going to shut down? That's the big question. They're supposedly shutting down on August 20th, so whatever day you're watching this, but as of now, it's Monday, so, you know, it's on Thursday, right? Are they bluffing, or are they actually being serious? I think they're being serious, but I did want to get into this article because I think they do raise a lot of really good points. So, this is the article that I think about on Bing.com. No, it's not on Bing.com, it's on NBCnews.com. Think, opinion, analysis, essays. Uber Lyft want to defy California's gig economy law. The state should call their bluff. So, if you guys don't know, California introduced a bill called AB 5, which makes it really, really difficult for people to, for companies to hire independent contractors for labor. If a company is using an independent contractor for an essential part of their business, like if a business cannot operate without them, they have to make them an employee. And I actually run a small business in California. I have an LLC set up, and I can't hire an independent contractor unless it's like a one-time, like if someone's gonna take photos of me for whatever, for my company or whatever, that's fine. But like if I'm gonna have him take photos of us every day or do video for it, like this, like essential part, like it needs to be an employee. And it's like a hair salon, like hair salons, for instance, have always used, nail salons, stuff like that. They've always used independent contractors to do their work. And it's kind of like, well, they don't get any benefits and stuff. But now they can't. In California, they've made this law to protect workers from getting screwed over and doing a bunch of work with no benefits, you know, and also for companies to pay into taxes and to provide these benefits for them, for these workers. That's how the California government has now set it up. And since then, Uber and Lyft have just been literally saying, F it, screw it, we're gonna do it our own way, we're gonna still hire full-time independent contractors. And they said that drivers aren't even core to our business model. That's literally what they said. And so that they didn't apply to it. So this whole time, Uber and Lyft have just been going totally against California. And as we see here, the people in the government are fed up, and they say the judge was such a smart A word to him. Like, they were saying, they're not giving Uber and Lyft a chance on this. They're fighting them because they think they should pay, you know, for their drivers and employees. This is a little protest on May 8th, 2019. Here we go. On August 10th, Uber CEO published an op-ed in the New York Times with the headline, "Gig workers deserve better." While admitting Uber's current employment system is outdated and unfair, Khosrowshahi wrote that the company's hands were tied when it came to offering drivers benefits as well as flexibility. A few hours later, San Francisco Superior Court judge ruled that Uber and Lyft had to reclassify the drivers as employees within 10 days. So that op-ed didn't really work out too well for him. Despite the sympathetic posturing of Khosrowshahi, Uber's business model is still premised on underpaying its drivers. Yeah, that's exactly right. Uber, I'm just speaking out of, dang, that's a beautiful car. AMG G-Wagon right there, can you see it? Yeah, I love a G-Wagon. Uber, I'm not gonna like beat around the bush. Uber has been successful on a business model that underpays their workers. They're using cheap labor to their benefit. What do I mean by cheap labor? Is that in order for a company to employ a driver, they need to give them money for their car, They need to give paid time off, sick leave, all this stuff, you know, set wages, minimum wages. Right now, they're just paying drivers and saying, oh, go out there, you know, get rides, whatever. And you can agree with me or disagree with me, or, you know, you can think that's good or bad. And, you know, I signed up for Uber and Lyft knowing that, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna try it out and do it, see if it's worth it. And, you know, it worked for me. It's worked for many people, but at the same time, like, I went out and made a bunch of money, but at the same time, I spent a bunch of money on my car. I put a bunch of miles on my own car, didn't get paid for any of that. And so it's like, you have to, if you think that when you go out and drive for Uber and Lyft that you're all that money, all your, you know, the money that's in your app, you know, you make 100, 200 bucks a week, whatever, or a day. If you think that's how much you're actually profiting, you are highly mistaken, because, you know, there's a lot of expenses that go into it, as well as time and putting tons of miles on your car, and you're depreciating a huge asset which is your car. And it's, you know, I'm just trying to say Uber and Lyft has been, like, I agree with this. Uber's business model is still premised on underpaying its drivers. And I know from firsthand experience, I don't know any driver who, like, trust me, it's good short term. It's good to just get a bunch of money. You know, you might have to pay for it later on when you're with your car, but yeah, it's just, there's just a lot of, there's a reason why the government is so pushy on this employment model, you know what I mean? 2 days later, Khosrowshahi responded with an ultimatum. If Uber had to abide by California labor law, it would require a business model change so extreme the entire company would have to pull out of the state until November. That's convenient, since the companies had since September 2019, when the law was updated to establish a new system. Losing Uber and Lyft would inconvenience some Californians, but with ridership way down because of the pandemic, The impact would likely be limited. State leaders would have no reservations about calling these companies bluffs. Yeah. The state, as of now, is saying, sure, go ahead and shut down. We don't care. Despite this, but again, I mean, Uber and Lyft are smart. I think Uber is the smarter of the two. I think Lyft is just kind of follows suit. Uber's the one who is kind of in charge here. Uber's like the big brother. Lyft is like the little sister. And the big brother's like, oh yeah, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. And Lyft is like, okay, yeah, we can do that too, I guess. The thing is, Uber and Lyft are gonna shut down, and then the public is gonna say, well, we want Uber and Lyft back. So they're gonna vote yes in their favor. And then I honestly think Uber and Lyft will probably still keep drivers independent contractors. That's literally what I think is gonna happen. The company used to boast that drivers could earn a lot of money, an average of 90 grand per year in New York City. But those numbers left out a lot of additional costs, including Uber's own cut of fares. Oh my gosh, so they didn't even tell, they used to include the ride payments, not even the take home. That's pretty misleading. Drivers themselves tell a different story. One of low pay, wage cuts, and little power to demand better conditions. Comment down below if you've ever driven for Uber or Lyft. How much money have you made in a year, the most, or in a week? And then if you're an Uber or Lyft rider, comment how much do you think Uber and Lyft drivers actually make after expenses? Even as Uber has increased fares, drivers say the company didn't pass those increases on to them. Independent research has backed up their claims with Rideshare, a publication that focuses on ride-hail industry, finding that half of Uber drivers are likely to make less than $10 an hour after costs are subtracted. The problem here, guys, the problem with these numbers that people throw out, the reason why the less than $10 an hour is actually accurate is because most drivers, guys, and you might be shocked to do this because maybe you're a math nerd or maybe you're doing your research or whatever, and you actually take into consideration, but I would say the majority of drivers go out and drive for Uber and Lyft. They do zero math. They don't take into account car depreciation. They don't take account car expenses. They don't take into account how many miles they're putting on their car, gas. They literally just go out, drive as many hours as they can until they hit $100 a day. That's literally most people's mentality. They don't care how long it takes. They don't care how many miles they have to put on their car. They don't care how much they're breaking down their car. They don't care how much their car payment is. They get super upside down on their car loan, then refinance their car, and as long as they're making $100 a day or whatever that number is for them, they're happy. They don't care. They don't even want to think about how much money they're actually netting. And I'm serious. This is because I've spoken to a lot of drivers, and I do my research in the forums and stuff, and this is the vast majority of drivers. So that's why these numbers are scarily accurate. So anyways, guys, that's it. So again, I think Uber and Lyft, I think they're, yeah, I guess I don't really think they're bluffing. I think they're actually gonna follow through with that. So anyways, let me know your thoughts down below. Give the video a big thumbs up for updates on these videos. And yeah, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below, and I will talk to you all shortly. Have a great day, guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.